welcome to my YouTube channel today. As promised, first of all, I apologize for being gone for several weeks, and as promised, I said I was going to do PhD scholarship for Germany the last time we touched base with PhD scholarship for Poland. So today I'll briefly discuss about PhD scholarship for Germany or grants, research grants, and I would also make a quick announcement regarding the master's scholarship for Poland also. This is we call it NAWA scholarship. So it's a scholarship for people intending to start their master's degree, and I just wanted to put the announcement out there that the scholarship will be open, the portal for the scholarship will be open for this month, so you need to keep an eye on the website. But in between the video, definitely I'll make a demo that would be hands-on on how to get information on this scholarship. Stay tuned and we'll be right back. Welcome back. So on PhD scholarship for Germany, the first thing you want to do is to go to daad.de.en, because you want the page to display in English language. So daad is daad.de.en. So once you get into this page and scroll around the page, there's a point where they have scholarship in Germany. I'll provide the demo in between this video. So scholarship in Germany, you can filter down to PhD scholarship, and one of the scholarship and grants that I've been able to check, and so far one of their requirements is that you have an above average qualification. For every intending PhD candidate, you already know what that means. You're not below average, you're not on average, you are a little above average to be qualified for this funding. And so the one I'm checking is around like 1 year grant, where you can come to Germany maybe as part of your PhD. You studied a PhD in Nigeria, you want to travel out of the country for research purpose. This is not the full scholarship, this particular one I'm checking, but there are a lot of them. When it comes to the ones that Nigerians can apply to, that Nigerians are eligible for, I think about 50 something on the page. You can filter down also by country. And also some of the requirements for this application for this particular grant I'm looking into is that, of course, you have a bachelor's degree, you have a master's degree, bachelor's degree with second class upper, actually, that you have a bachelor's degree with second class upper, you have a master's degree, and then prior to the start of this scholarship, you'd be asked to do like 4 to 6 months of language, because you need the German language skills and all of those. And also, by the time you are applying, one of the requirements is also that you have graduated not longer than 6 years before the application deadline. So what it means is, let's say you have masters in 2012, for example, you cannot apply after 2018 for this type of grant. And also, if you have started doctorate, like let's say you've started your PhD in Nigeria, you cannot apply if the start of your PhD is more than 3 years. Again, I'll repeat that rule. So what the rule says is that you cannot apply if you have graduated more than 6 years. So it means that the marks between your graduation and the deadline for the application shouldn't be more than 6 years. So you should be less. And if you have started PhD and you just want to come to Germany for like a year or thereabout, then the start of your PhD shouldn't be more than 3 years. So in between when you started your PhD and when you plan to apply for this grant or research grant, then that space of time shouldn't be more than 3 years. And so basically these are like one of the core requirements. And then for the application procedure, if I'm providing a demo, I would show all of the application procedure, and that's not even the most important part of it. The most important part of it is that while you're applying for this, there are people you can consult with that are domiciled in Nigeria and maybe other African countries, but there are people you can consult with. Some of them are in University of Ibadan. There is name and contact on their website before you submit your application. So in case you have questions on any part, you don't need to start sending email back and forth. You can make a visit to the people that are in charge of the consulting and speak to them about what the issue is. So that's basically what I would like to say about PhD scholarship. I would provide a demo which will give you a guideline on what to submit. Of course, like if you have publications, you need to give them details of your. I expect every PhD candidate somehow to have 1 or 2 publications. So if you have publications, you can always put them into your application. So that's basically it.
So basically, the first thing you want to do is to check daad.de.en, like I said. So that's the first web page you want to check, and that's the first thing that comes out. You'll be able to see the website, different information, study and research in Germany, all of the scholarship stuff. Also, when you scroll down a little bit, you see scholarships for Germany. And then when you get to the page, you can they have a very good filter system, so you can definitely filter to the type of scholarship you're looking for, which is doctoral graduate / PhD student, and you can refine your selection. So this will give you an overview of all the available scholarship. As you can see, about 97 of them. You can even filter to the country to be sure that your country is eligible for this scholarship, and then you'll be able to find different parts. So this one I'm looking into is just a research grant for 1 year, which means that you must have started your PhD somewhere, and then you're looking into just doing a year part of your PhD in Germany. So these are some of the overview of the scholarship, the amount you'll be paid, the support you can get, and maybe some additional stipend also that you can get. This is just declaration of funding, the value of the funding, how the selection works, the qualification they are looking for, the quality of your research projects, because of course you're going to write them like a proposal for what you intend to work on, of course. So this is an overview, and then of course the application requirement for this scholarship is also part of the page. At this point, you need to input your country so that they can narrow down what the requirement is by country. So as you can see, this is the page for the application requirement, what requirements needs to be met. You having, I mentioned it before, having a bachelor's degree with second class upper division, master's degree, and the language skills. Also the application procedure, the step-by-step thing you need to do, the deadline, the application document you need to submit also is very important. And of course your publications, the proposal you're writing regarding what you want to work on as you start your PhD. So this is part of the application procedure. And of course you also need like I said, that there are people who are in the advisory and consulting part of this scholarship. So you can always reach out to these people. Some of them are in University of Lagos, some of them are in University of Ibadan. You can always reach out to them and ask for consultation if you are not sure. And then that moves you to the last stage. When you're done, you have all your document packs and all of those, then you can always submit your application. If it's required that you send by post, you also need to send by post, and your application will be looked into. You'll be told if you get the scholarship or not. So this is the demo I have prepared.
And like we always discuss a little bit about embassies when we are talking about this study scholarship or study application and the rest. For German embassy, yes, it's been difficult for people getting dates in German embassy right now, but those people do not include PhD candidate. The people that get dates within 2 months or 3 months are first class graduates getting into Germany for their masters, and PhD candidate. Every other person might wait up to maybe 6 to 8 months, even a year, even 1.5. But for a PhD candidate, no, you don't join this queue because they categorize them somehow. So once you get a scholarship, you're able to get a date and all of those. So that's it on PhD scholarship in Germany. I'll provide a demo of what the page looks like, where you can get all the required information, where the contact for those who are consulting for these grants are, you will also be able to reach out to them. So I would switch immediately to the NAWA scholarship I talked about. So basically, I'll just give a little bit of brief into the scholarship. So this scholarship started in 2015, and by then we call it BUVIM. We call it BUVIM back in the days. The name have actually changed over the years. It has been called BUVIM, it's been called NAWA, it's been called Ignacio Casheves. Okay, that was the name it was called when I got the scholarship. And I think currently they call it Bonach or something like that. But in all, it's been under the umbrella of NAWA. It's like NAWA is a national government kind of umbrella of scholarship or education. So here in Poland. So this scholarship usually comes out every year. And the first time Nigerians were awarded the scholarship was 2016. We were the pioneers, myself, Michael, Ijoma, and Joseph. Yes, 4 of us. We were the pioneers of this scholarship as Nigerians. So the first year it happened, no Nigeria got the scholarship, or they were not aware by the time it came out. So basically, the scholarship will be coming out again this month, and the call for proposal will come out this month. So I would show a little bit of how the page looks like and what you should look out for when they call for proposal. So when they call for proposal, you submit your degree, your transcript, your degree certificate, rather your transcript, you need to write like a page showing what you plan to do or what you plan to write as your thesis for masters. Also, one of the key requirements or non-requirements is that you can't be a master's student in Nigeria and apply for it. No, you shouldn't have started your masters before applying for it. So those who are running their masters already, you're already disqualified from the application. So that's about it right now. I think I'll provide more details into the scholarship once the call for proposal comes out. I'll be able to guide and even share a demo on how you can apply, or how the application looks like, what to expect, but also know that they prioritize academic excellence when it comes to the scholarship. So it means that if there are hierarchy of people with a certain kind of grade, they'll prioritize them. Maybe if you have a very good write-up, it might also push you up, but there's a score point that they use.
Okay, so for the scholarship, you just need to search for NAWA scholarship and then 2024. And then it takes you to the website where the scholarship is. You click on the page and go to the call for proposals. So on the page of call for proposals, you'll be able to see what I said initially, that they are calling for proposal this month. So before the last day of this month, it will be expected that this web page will be updated. So if you have people who graduated, you can read some of the criteria for application. You'll find it in the information for applicants. So you see the country where you should be from, the courses they are also looking at also, and you'll be able to find it. The Ignacio Kashevis, like I said, was the initial name, and the scholarship was called, but now it's called Banach. So in this place, you'll be able to see the countries: Angola, Colombia, Ethiopia, Nigeria is also part of it, Peru, and the Republic of South Africa, the Philippines. And some of the things they look for: agricultural science, natural science, engineering. So you should be able to apply if you graduated with any of that course. As you can see, this is it. Kenya also is part of it. Lebanon. They increased the number of countries over the years. So once the call for proposal is out, you'll be able to see the updated information. And I might also make a video in order to explain more on how the scholarship procedure looks like, what document you should be looking at, and how to make your application. I might also provide hints on how to prepare your proposal, the proposal for your thesis, because this proposal is also graded. So that's all regarding the scholarship. Stay tuned.
And they are always transparent with all the score point. They'll tell you, okay, with your thesis proposal, this is the percentage it takes in your scoring. For your degree itself, this is the percentage it takes in your scoring, and all of those. So I'll be sharing more details about everything that has to do with the scholarship once the call for proposal comes out. Thank you. Stay tuned for next content.